I don't know about y'all, but I don't know if I could go to a church where Michael Dappa was the pastor. If you know, you know. Okay, temptation and Satan, get thee behind me. But he did a phenomenal job in this movie, though. Actually, Michael as a pastor, okay, he did his thing. So basically, in this one, Nadia Buhari is like playing an actress who's like, her career is going great. That is until she has a scandal sex tape leak and her world literally goes from 100 to 0 in like a day. Like she's getting dragged, her sex tape is everywhere, she's lost and losing everything. And she's crashing out, to say the least. And then she has a run-in with an encounter with Michael where she like meets him somewhere, I can't remember exactly where, and he basically tells her to bring her, her issues and her plight to God, bring it to church. God is going to see you through this. And he actually prophesies that bigger and better things are on the way, but she has to pass through this storm first. Now she's like, okay, pastor, okay. So she goes home, she's wallowing for days, and then, she ends up like remembering what he said, and she decides to start attending church because she's like, what else could go wrong? Like, what I mean? She's never been the churchy type, but she's willing to give it a try because she has nothing else right now. So she starts going to church. She starts actually like connecting with what he's saying at church, connecting with his words. She starts reading the Bible, and, she actually is turning a new leaf, which is great. And they start also getting close, but his congregation doesn't approve of her because of her scandal, obviously, what she does for work. So there's a lot of tension. Even though they're close, there's a lot of tension. Are they going to be able to cut through that? Is she going to be able to, I guess, make a comeback? What is she going to do? Now she's found God, but there's still her whole career, right? And what is she going to do? Is she going to go back to that? Is she going to find a way to balance that with Christianity? Is she going to give Michael a chance? Are they going to be able to, make that happen? Or are they going to just decide to stay friends? Because, like I said, at the end of the day, she is an actress if she decides to go back to that. And his congregation doesn't approve of her. So there's a lot going on, right? But I liked this movie. So what I'll say is actually, I think what I liked is I liked Michael as a pastor. Let me be honest. Like, I think he did a phenomenal job with that role. I was even listening to the sermons like I was in Sunday church. Like, the sermons were actually great. Like, they were giving. So Michael, his character, and that delivery was A+. Nadia, on the other hand, I don't think is a great actress. I get that there was meant to be an age gap between them in the movie because obviously they're not the same age, but they made that a point in the movie. So I guess I can't complain about the age gap, but I also just feel like she didn't really deliver this character well. I don't think she's the strongest actress. Her performance, I would give like a C+. There was a moment in time where she was crying, and instead of me feeling it and crying with her, I was holding back laughter. That's not a good sign. So their chemistry, them together, was just okay. I'd probably give that like a C+B. But if it was another actress, I think the story could have come out better. Granted, the story's a little predictable, it's not like the newest thing. The storyline was okay itself. I'd probably give that a B. So overall, I think I'd give the movie like a B, B-. But Michael, on the other hand, his performance was stellar.